Aloha, beautiful humans. This reading will be for the Aries new moon, the total solar eclipse, and that will occur on the 19th or 20th, depending on where you are in the world. If I want to be completely 100% accurate, it's actually a hybrid eclipse. But following the next day on the 21st, we actually enter Taurus season, which is Hierophant energy, and also Mercury retrograde is on that day as well. So big energies coming into play this week. The way that I see all of these energies together is hidden or stubborn aspects about our shadow side coming up for us to see, being illuminated for us to see and to be balanced out. Additionally, if there's been an instance in a situation or circumstance in your life where you have been nervous to take that next step, to take that leap of faith into the next chapter of your life, Spirit is really pushing you and urging you to do so. Essentially, this is closing out the last chapter and starting actually a brand new book, I should say. This is closing out that book and starting a brand new book. Everything new. Those are the incoming energies, and they're big. They're big. So ascension symptoms, definitely. All the chakras are getting upgraded. So make sure and rest. If you feel that you need to. I'm trying to see if any other messages are coming up right now. Yeah, it's just a lot of change. And so being flexible with the changes, not having a stubborn or rooted type, not having an inflexible type of energy would really be helpful during this time, and remembering to have fun on the journey also, and to not take everything so seriously. That was an important message that came up in Sunday ceremony yesterday with me and Katie Chameleon from the Lyrins. So a lot of fire energy this week, lots of fire energy. To make sure to ground, I have the soapstone and shungite here just to help to ground. It's almost a little chaotic type energy. There are the different threads where you can make sense of the energy, but if you just feel it all at once, it can feel a little chaotic if you don't ground. So make sure and do so. Let's get started with the energy. I just want to clear the space really quick. But other than that, I hope you guys are doing well. It's been really beautiful weather here in Hawaii lately. Just 80 and sunny every day. Okay. All right, let's get started. So energy. Yeah, storm warning. So some issues coming up in relationships. Caring connections are highlighted at this time. However, there can be some things that are being brought up in those connections that are for us to look at. Okay, and again, a little bit chaotic, as I was saying, right? The energy's coming in, so make sure and rely on those caring connections that you have in your life and nurture the healthy aspects of those during this time. And if there's unhealthy aspects in those connections, look at, this is a good opportunity to look at that. For the collective spirit. Yeah, a good opportunity for us to see a different aspect of ourselves, and different aspects of ourselves being illuminated for us to look at and examine. And do I need this aspect? Why is this here within me? Is it something that I need to decondition from? Is it something that I need to nurture in a more balanced way? Those are all things that are coming through with this card. All right. Yeah, door to spirit. So a lot of upgrades, okay? All the chakras being upgraded. Take time to integrate these updates with all of these energies coming through. It's just like the door is wide open and all the energies are coming through with the astrological things that I mentioned. I'm also really drawn to the dove here. So trying to remain centered and peaceful during these tumultuous energies would be really helpful. And observing a lot, okay? Yeah, we have goddess of the moon under there. So this may have to do with fears. This may have to do with attachments, unhealthy attachments. Again, in our connections, okay? There may be some hostilities or anger or defensiveness that comes up. And so try to really remain grounded, all right? Spend time in nature. Try to reconnect with spirit and really examine, what things really need to be healed within me, what things need to be balanced within me for my ultimate happiness and joy and success in my life on my spiritual path. Okay. So Spirit's showing us all of this. So it's really a blessing, right? Even though it may look like this on the surface, it's really a blessing for our self-love and how we love others. Okay. So I'm seeing Archangel Metatron here. Third eye chakra upgrades. You'll be able to see through any deceit in the connections or where you've been deceiving yourself by holding love back from yourself or others. Okay. And what true abundance is. What true abundance is to you, and closing out anything else that is not in alignment with that. Seeing the world a little differently is also how I'm seeing this, and I'm also seeing the world half shadowed here. So definitely eclipse energy, but also, as I was saying, shadow aspects being illuminated and what things need to be closed out. So the way that I see this is not just moving on to the next chapter of your life, but actually starting a whole new book. And yeah, crown chakra upgrades, throat chakra upgrades. So balancing all of this. A lot of angel energy coming through, archangel energy. So that's really beautiful. Showing us where our unhealthy attachments still are, particularly regarding our connections. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, so change and voyage. So there may be some unexpected changes on your journey or travel plans. I really see this as this card being like that forward push from spirit and taking that leap of faith with the Aries new moon, and then this card with the whale, a heavy energy going back. I see this as the Taurus and Mercury retrograde energy coming in right after. So it really is going to be experiencing both of these heavy energies within a period of like 2 or 3 days. Okay, so it's going to be a lot. So grounding and just listening, trusting your messages, trusting spirit, really examining things. How I also see this is if there's something that you've been contemplating for a while, or a decision that you've been trying to make for a while, Spirit's going to push you through to choose the next step on your path, because essentially staying in the same spot is not going to happen. There's going to be movement in some way. So I don't know who that's for, but that's a message for someone. All right. What's next, Spirit, for the collective? Adventures, yeah. And standstill. So this is funny because I was just talking about this, and this is under this door to Spirit, with Spirit pushing through. So it's clarifying what I was saying. If there's anything that's been at a standstill in your life, Spirit's pushing for movement in that area, and you will feel it. If there's something that you've just been looking at, examining, maybe even overanalyzing, Spirit's pushing you on to the next adventure. Enough thinking, enough planning. It's time to do. That's that new moon Aries energy coming through. So it is a really masculine type energy coming through, which is clarified by this card here. Yeah, Antelope Spirit, life is speeding up, and Ant Spirit, time to collaborate. So again, with the connections, putting the puzzle pieces together, forward movement, right? Whether we like it or not, it's gonna happen. For the collective Spirit. Okay, I thought one flipped, but maybe not. The one that I saw was Groundhog Spirit, time to let go. So if there is something that you have been clinging to from the past, this is in the recent past section, it's preventing you from new adventures, from moving on in your life. So really look at that. That's something that will, if that part resonates with you, that will be shown to you in this illumination of the shadow side for the eclipse. Dolphin Spirit, this and that are true. Interesting. I feel this is like the hybrid energy coming through. Like, yeah, it's a total eclipse, but it's also not. It's a little ambiguous, but yeah, remember to have fun and play through these energies. Even though they're really heavy and it's a really big wave of energy, remembering to have fun. That's so important on our journey. So Dolphin Spirit is definitely good at reminding us of that. And Otter Spirit, you are never alone. You are never alone. So a lot of water coming through for these animals. So maybe tapping into these water animals during all of this fire may help to balance the energies. It's like a whirlwind of energies coming through. All right, let's get a Moonology. Full moon eclipse. Conclusions are within reach. That is very true, because there are aspects that are just not coming forward after the that were previously in our life that are just not coming forward with this eclipse. And a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. So yeah, definitely with the Aries energy and the eclipse energy. Let's see what comes out. Adjustments are required, so it'll show us where we need to balance out these shadow aspects that will be illuminated with this eclipse, and also helping to balance the drive and determination and motivation with the Aries energy, coupled with the Taurus energy, which is more grounded, more reserved, more stable, more dense. Ooh, a new romantic cycle begins. So yeah, definitely with connections. And as I was saying, balancing, see the scale there? I'm also drawn to the picture of the moon. All right, so some Libra energy. the energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. So if you're sensitive to energy, it will get stronger throughout this week, and it will be like this. So trying to remain balanced within yourself will really be helpful because the energy is still incoming. I also see that just reaffirming the things speeding up in terms of your path. It's the message that is coming through. It's like things are going to be happening and movement is going to occur one way or the other. So how I'm seeing this is if there are aspects or decisions in your life that you are taking a long time to make or over-examine, maybe Spirit's just going to push this forward. And just remember to be playful about this and not get stuck up on weighing out the pros and the cons and being so practical all the time. That's also another message coming through. Bone collector and commitment. Commitment I see as Hierophant energy. And bone collector has to do with authenticity and also ancient ones or ancestors. So how I'm taking this is ancestors definitely helping you from beyond. They are definitely committed to helping you on your path. How I'm also seeing this is things that you may have been committed to for a while are shifting. Because this is a very dense, heavy energy when I'm holding this. And this feels like change when I'm holding this and looking at this. So there's a shifting in what you're committed to and why. You may be in contact with ancestors who have passed who are guiding you on your spiritual journey. Like you can feel them around you. You can feel their touch. You can feel their energy. You can feel them guiding you. You can feel their love. You can sense their messages. That's what this is saying to me. I'm also seeing a rabbit here, which is indicative of good luck, but also this year, the year of the water rabbit. This is a big year for this theme of shifting what we're committed to and why, and really our old beliefs being challenged and crumbling and forming new beliefs. It's like a deconditioning process. This is a really big year for that, with a lot of change. And so I definitely see the ancestors helping with that. But how I'm also seeing this is grounding. And also being committed to your spiritual practices. That's another message that's coming through from these cards. Actually, it brings a light out in you when you are having fun with your spiritual practices and you're remembering to enjoy the process and not taking it as, oh, I have to do this today. I have to do this spiritual practice today. It's like your light shines brighter when you do it from a place of fun or play, if that makes sense. Yeah, movement and follow the leader. Interesting. Okay, so we have movement here. All right, so definitely things it's just reaffirming. It's reaffirming. Things are moving. Spirit is pushing for movement in many aspects of your life, particularly in regard to connections And it's going to continue. The energy is gaining momentum. That's going to continue. Follow the leader. Interesting. So definitely creating new paths, progressing on your path. Following the signs, particularly, there's a lot of air energy in here with these birds and fairies right next to the Libra energy, which is also air. Let's clarify and see what's going on with this. Yeah, becoming decisive about what brings you emotional fulfillment and how you know that what you need to thrive. Becoming very aware about what you need to thrive. You're seeing this more clearly. Yeah, and you want to get it. You want to cultivate that. You want to go explore and adventure and travel and cultivate that in your life. Also, how I see this is really being done with immature type energy that's not serving you. It's like you're faced the other way from this immature energy. Yeah, you're looking back at a lot of work that you have put in. And investments that you have made in people, places, or things. And how that has left you emotionally after that, and you're recognizing what's fulfilling and what's not. You're seeing that more clearly. And you're also looking at what to invest in going forward. And you just have your back turned on this immature type energy. Yeah, so Libra energy again, justice. This may have to do with contracts. This may have to do with legal circumstances, potentially about a home or property. Or marriage, and what that even means to you. Interesting. Yeah. You're becoming more in alignment in yourself about these things, and it's like you're seeing it more clearly. Yeah. You've been through so much with this Nine of Wands here. You've been through so much, and you're kind of looking back at this with like a higher perspective. And you're seeing a lot of truths about things that have happened, that you have been through in the past, that have left you, feeling pretty beat up before. And you're ready for new, is what I'm seeing also. New experiences, new adventures. And Spirit is guiding you with this. I also see here that when I pulled up the deck of cards, these two were left on the table. So the Three of Swords and Death. So really this is like death and rebirth, but this does have to do with hurt from the past, about things that have ended, or even someone who has passed on. Scorpio, Pluto energy. So Empress came out, and so that can be a mother figure. There was a lot of pain and heartbreak in the recent past. But I feel like you're seeing it from a higher perspective now. And this could have to do with a mother figure. It could have to do with you as a mother. On the bottom here we have Wheel of Fortune. So there's a lot of change in regard to this. I mean, for someone, this could even be they had a miscarriage and then found out that they're pregnant again. That's another message that's coming through. This is a lot of Venus energy, so there is some Taurus energy here as well. And this is clarifying adventures, and there's this beautiful lush tropical garden here. And so interesting. Temperance. Yeah, so this has to do with patience and divine alchemy, and that's clarifying the Empress and adventures. And so the Empress is a very grounded energy, a very abundant energy, but it is clarifying this adventure, and it's almost like travel. And so I feel like there is this balance between this very homey, abundant, lush energy, but also wanting to explore. And it's how you alchemize those energies that really sets the stage for these energies coming through. We have Hierophant at the bottom. So again, this has to do with your commitments, your beliefs, your patterns, your behaviors. And I feel like all of those are shifting, and you're noticing this about yourself. And it is because you're recognizing that it is because of the pain that you have been through in the past. You're seeing how this has helped shape your beliefs and your behaviors, and how you are actively shifting it. Now that you have this awareness, of it. And I feel like it is the eclipse energy and this energy of transformation that has shown this to you. What's this dolphin spirit for the collective? Seven of Wands. Yeah. And Eight of Swords at the bottom. Yeah. So is it possible on your journey to be dealing with these obstacles, right, and overcome them? Yes. The answer is yes. And have fun while doing it? That's up to you, right? That's up to you. Are you going to channel dolphin spirit or have Eight of Swords energy stuck up in your head? You're learning that it's a choice of how you deal with these energies and what you choose that helps, or that, how can I say this, that guides your experience, right? It's like your perception is your experience. And what type of experiences, or in this case they use the word adventures, what type of experiences are you choosing to have? Both this and that are true. Interesting. Yeah, what stories do you tell yourself? What stories do you tell yourself? Are they ones that cause you to get defensive? Or are they ones of overcoming through play and fun and joy? Particularly regarding connections, the people that you choose to surround yourself with. What's this new romantic cycle? That's at the heart of the reading, by the way. Queen of Wands, yeah. And Queen of Pentacles, geez, yeah. So, all right. So balancing out a lot of the masculine energy that's coming through with feminine energy will be really helpful. That's what this is clarifying. Okay. The way that I'm taking romantic in this case is being in love with your life, being in love with yourself, being in love with the people around you, being in love with everyone. We're all one. So that's really how I see this, like, romantic cycle beginning, is not holding your love back, being really strong and determined in terms of showing your love. That's definitely a message coming through. I'm also seeing this as balancing out a lot of the masculine energy coming through with this divine feminine energy. So we have the fire, and then we have the earth, the Queen of Pentacles. So those energies are going to be at play, and it's what we do with those and what we choose to create with those on our path that determines how the next steps will go. But either way, standing still is not an option according to Spirit and according to this reading. Yeah, standing still is not an option. There's going to be a lot of movement. It's going to be quick movement. And so allowing things to end, and really how I take this with follow the leader and this 10 of Swords is surrendering. Surrendering. That's how I'm taking this. And I knew that I got these cards for a reason, the Power of Surrender cards. I wasn't quite sure why, but now it's making sense because this is in the upcoming energy. And also what I was saying is, in the intro, was being flexible, because there's going to be so many energies coming in that if you're being inflexible, it's going to feel like this. Okay, so really being flexible, being open to where Spirit is leading you and leading you quickly, pay attention to that. That's the message that's coming through. So what does the collective need to surrender on? Surrender to effortlessness. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with flow instead of trying to force the river. Interesting. Effortlessness. Yeah, I feel like it will take effort to stand still. It will. And going with the flow, even though that's, I mean, dolphin spirit, riding the wave of energies. And also how I see this is tapping into that divine feminine energy within yourself so that it can help to balance out a lot of this masculine energy that's going to be driving things forward. So just flowing with that. That's how I'm seeing this. Surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Take a relaxing break and spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy there. So definitely spending time in nature to help balancing things out. Surrender to the desire to control people was in that one. And so I do feel like with the Hierophant energy coming in, they're mixed with the Aries energy, there can be some of this energy that can be a little aggressive at times coming out. So I see that more as watch for that in other people, because shortly after that I saw the thinking man with him looking. So I see that as just noticing that in other people and kind of remembering to be patient with other people as they're going through their ascension process and their path as well. What does the collective need? I couldn't even get my questions out. What does the collective need to surrender? Surrender your addictions. Whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. So that's definitely what Spirit is helping us with right now. Surrender your fear of intimacy. That's a big one. You are ready to let love in. That's what I was saying here in the upcoming energy, right? Surprisingly, all this Libra energy is coming through. Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. Definitely. Okay. So let me pull a Moon Magic. I can guide and lead others wisely and with love. That's perfect. And that's what this is saying. This follow the leader card. That's what this is saying. Coupled with this, a new romantic cycle begins. I wasn't necessarily taking it as romantic in terms of like a romantic connection. It certainly could be for some people, but the more the energy that I was getting is about choosing love and obviously surrendering your fear of intimacy, but I can guide and lead others wisely and with love. Okay. Let's get one more here for the collective spirit. I have a balanced relationship with time. I use it well. Absolutely. Balance is a huge theme for this reading because of the heavy energies. Just this whirlwind, almost chaotic time of heavy period of energy within just a few days. So I have a balanced relationship with time. I use time well. Every day I focus on what is important. Okay. All right, guys. So I hope that was helpful, and I will keep all of you in my thoughts and sending all of you good energies through this chaotic and tumultuous time. Remember to be playful, ride the wave, and I will talk to you soon. Aloha.